For the last decade, Kerry Hanney has been working in restaurants and baking professionally. 2 years ago, she started her own bakery in Biddeford called Night Moves. It specializes in pies and breads using the best Maine grains and other ingredients. Kerry's with us in the 207 kitchen at Maine Studios, and we're going to make the perfect pie for this time of year, blueberry pie. Where do we get started?
So first, we will need our pie crust. As you said, I use all local sustainable grain.
Right.
This is stone ground in Skowhegan by Maine Grains. This is our pastry flour. So you can see it has a little bit of the bran in it. There's more going on in this flour that we're caramelize in the oven and make this beautiful golden pie crust.
Nice.
So we have our pie dough going over here. All the ingredients must be cold.
Right.
With this method, we use half of the dry ingredients first with all of the butter, then half of the dry ingredients second. So it creates kind of a quick puff pastry.
Okay.
And that way it works with any of these whole grains. It's
very good.
Pretty magic.
Good. Okay.
So we'll just go a little bit farther. And we're there.
All right, as we said, you actually had done most of this before, so folks looking at home know that we condensed things a bit. All right, what's our next step?
So now we'll put in the rest of our flour. It'll look exactly how you want your pie dough to look normally.
Long, shaggy pieces of dough. All right, that's actually a good description.
It'll feel like the flour is just starting to be hydrated by the butter. Even though I'm using a mixer, I'm a pretty hands-on baker. So, and that's the best way to feel that your pie dough's in the right place.
Okay.
So, looking good. And now we'll use just enough cold water to bring everything together.
Okey-doke.
So we have our cold water here. Should take about 4 tablespoons. Depending on what the weather is like, I do a little bit at a time. And as it just comes together, then it's finished.
Okay.
Now this will make 2 rounds of pie dough. So once you divide it in half, you want to chill it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. I usually do overnight to really let the flour hydrate.
Really get it cold, let the flour hydrate, okay?
Exactly.
And then?
And now we're ready to roll out. You want to keep lifting to make sure you're not sticking in any particular place. And we'll push out the corners.
And how do you know when this is the way you want it?
I know.
You know because
from
you've been
10
doing
years
it
of making
for so long. But for the folks at home who are trying to get the hang of this, what should they be looking for?
You're looking for, I would say, maybe like 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. You can easily just lay it over your pie tin to see if it's the right size. I can feel that we want this to be a little bit thinner, but if you lay it over the pie tin, you can see it's a little bit short for the edges. So we'll roll a little bit more. That's looking good. You want to move quickly so you don't tear your crust. Lay it in the middle. And I just slightly tap around the edge. And then I'll put this in the refrigerator.
Okie doke.
And we'll do our top. All right. Looking good.
All right, so we've got the second one ready to go. That'll be for the top.
Exactly.
And we move on and do what next?
So now we would chill these for at least 30 minutes. And then we'll mix our filling while they're chilling.
Okay.
So we've got some organic sugar. I have a little bit of homemade brown sugar to just add a little depth. Non-GMO cornstarch. So Bob's Bread Mill makes the only cornstarch that is sustainably grown corn.
Okay.
Little sea salt.
Okay.
We'll mix that together. We want all of our ingredients to live up to how delicious these blueberries are.
That's a good point. The blueberries are as good as they are in Maine in the summertime. You better not mess things up.
Exactly. So we've got some high bush blueberries and low bush, just for a little textural difference. This will be about 5 to 6 cups.
This is a good generous portion.
Exactly.
You are not skimping
No.
on the berries.
When you indulge, you have to indulge. Juice of 1 lemon.
Right? Get that so it's nice evenly mixed.
Exactly. Looking good. Then we'll put that into our pie shell.
You make the pie crust, and then you make the blueberry filling, and that is it.
That's it.
Okay, I love the simplicity, the beauty of the simplicity of this
Simple.
pie.
So many people are afraid of baking because they're afraid of making a mistake, but it's really a very simple process. So now we'll just add our top on our mountain of blueberries. Center it.
So that goes into the oven for about how long?
About an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half.
And at what temperature?
I start with 375 for 12 minutes to just set the crust, set the edge, and then turn down to 325 for about an hour until you can see that the filling has gelled, is nice and shiny like you can see there.
The recipe for that is on our website, newscentermaine.com, along with more information about Kerry's Bakery, Night Moves in Biddeford, and also about an event that's coming up September 13th at Bigelow Brewing in Skowhegan, the future of grain. Grainiacs, bakers, growers from all over Maine are going to be at that. Kerry, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us, back with more of 207 right after this.